Hey guys, welcome back to Noise Fest RC. I have a quick update to my TRX4 Bronco. So this is the issue I've been having lately. Basically, if I put the trailer on the Bronco starts to sag down a little bit. I don't really like that a whole lot. So if I had to wait for the trailer, that would make it even worse. If you know what I mean. That would just bring it in more poor. If you know what I'm talking about. So with that, I decided to buy a stiffer spring for the rear shocks of the Bronco. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the rear shock springs. So I bought a stiffer set. The front I'll just leave it like it is, but the back I'm going to change them out and see if it does make a difference. Because like I said, right now it does sag down a little bit, especially when it starts moving. Then you can really see it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to swap out the springs on the rear shocks. So stand by. Alright guys, so let's start working on this. So anyhow guys, let me get this going. Alright guys, took off the shock. Had to use my jack to hold the body up, the chassis. And whenever I took the bottom screw off, this link is attached to the rear axle. So when I took it off, the link came off, dropped down, and the axle did too. So I had to use a block there so I could hold the weight. Anyhow, here's the shock. So I need to remove this, take the spring out. So these are the new ones. Part number is 8045. These are the .61 rate, spring rate. In case you're wondering the strength of the spring, it's supposed to be more stiff, so we could use more weight and pulling stuff. So these are the blue ones, and the ones it comes with doesn't have color. It's pretty soft. These have more tension. The spring is thicker, if you can see the difference. Thicker spring. So just goes in like that. Pretty easy upgrade. Just like that. Now put it back together. There we go guys. Got the one side done. Man, it's a pain in the ass actually. Get those damn screws in there. Everything lined up. It takes a little bit of wiggling around the screws and making sure everything's aligned at the same time, in the same angle. It's a little frustrating. But I got it in there, so we're good. So now let's tie it back on. There we go. Now let's do the other side. We get this off, get the spring off, and then I'll come back and stand by guys. Alright guys, here's the other shock. spring out. Put the blue spring on. By the way, the blue spring is the most stiff one they have as far as for TRX4. The blue spring is the most stiff one they have for the TRX4s. The TRX4 and TRX6 use the same shocks. I'm not sure about the rates on the springs, but I think they are pretty much the same. Alright guys, here it is. Got the shocks, got the shock springs installed. Everything's done. And just switch it around so I can put the body back on and we can try it. And try to see how much of it will squat down with the trailer in the car on top of the trailer. Let's see what happens when we put the weight of the trailer onto the Bronco. There's still a squat, but not as much. So that was my goal. Yeah. Actually, there's quite a bit of tension because the trailer is not. The wheels are kind of lifted in the front here. See. Obviously, when we pull, it should squat a little bit, but I don't think it's going to squat enough to touch the ground. But yeah, I like it. I think there is a difference in tension and weight in the rear. So yeah guys, what do you guys think? I think I'm going to buy those springs for the other TRX. I have a Blazer TRX4 and a Defender. So I'm thinking of buying the same springs for the other ones to give it a little more support in the back. Because every time I pull something, there's quite a bit of squat. So with the stiffer springs and maybe a little bit of adjustment, I think will be good. So granted, the tow hitch is short, doesn't drop as much, so that makes a difference too, as far as how high the trailer is going to be. In order for it to be lower, you need a hitch that drops down a little more. But without this spring, the new spring that I put on, the trailer would kind of even out, but then you have the Bronco squat down more, even though the trailer was a little more level compared to now. But yeah, I think it's going to work out pretty good. Anyhow guys, this is what I'm going to share with you what you think. I'll talk to you later.